Hello and welcome. It's Sweetie here with a new art journal page. I created this art journal page following the steps from Mission Inspiration, October 2017. It's a Facebook page, and each month a number of steps are given, and you can make something artsy using these steps as a guide. It helps me create a page with more elements, and sometimes I even end up trying something new. So I encourage you to check out this page. The link is there in the description box below. I start with the first step, and that is to apply modeling paste. I'm using a really pretty craft treat stencil here. Now, modeling paste will dry opaque. The paper I'm using here is very thin drawing paper, and you'll see it curls up and warps, but the weight of modeling paste keeps it straight. This is going to be only an element on my A4 size art journal, so this will work. I'm now on to step 2, and that is to spritz or spray color. I'm using 3 colors here: yellow, orange and brown. I already know that I want to turn this rectangle into a camera. Since I plan to do a grey background, keeping in line with the color theme given for this month, I want the orange on the camera to stand out. I sprayed brown just for some vintage look, and this was a waste of a step in a way. I really did not use this orange background that you see there. Next, I mixed black and white acrylic paints and used this grey on the page. This gives me a solid grey background to work with. Now, I never go out and buy colors like these. Grey can be easily made using black and white acrylic paints. Now, I have die cut 3 circles. I am coloring them with orange and brown acrylic colors. I am lazy and I don't feel like bringing out my color palette for this. So I'm directly mixing the colors on the paper itself. This has one added benefit, that the color brown doesn't look uniform and makes it look like I have done some effort coloring it. Now let's layer the 3 circles on top of each other. The instructions call for adding a twine, so that was my bow twine there. To add some interest, I stamped a typed text stamp on 2 of the circles. There is already so much going on the background, so I thought a typed text will be better than say curly writings. Distressing the edges of all my elements here will make everything stand out, make it look more dimensional. Now I know I won't be using gel medium or anything else that will shrink my paper, so I'll be using white glue to glue the orange panel there. Step 4 is to hide a secret, and my secret is written beneath the largest circle there. I'm layering the 3 circles and finishing it off with step 3, and that was to add a twine or string. Step 5 is to add focal image, and I have sort of been working on my focal image, sort of building it up. So here let's just give it a more complete look. I'm cutting out some shapes that will make the rectangle look more like a camera, or at least I hope it's easy for you to interpret that this is a camera. For this, I have actually painted a white panel with the same orange and brown acrylic paints. Anyways, next step is to add to stamp text or patterns. Here the same type text stamp. I'm using it randomly on my paper all over my page. In this stamp set, there are some numbers. I thought these would be a single stamp, but obviously they were not. All the numbers are separate stamps. So I just inked all the numbers together in black because there are more solid images. These are solid images, and I wanted it to stand out in the already dark background, busy background. I really liked all the images in the stamp set, and you'll see I'll end up using most of the figures given. Step 7 is to add a quote. For this, I am using a VR Memory Keeper's stamp and die set. I've white embossed the word moments on a black cardstock and die cut it. Life does become easier with such stamp die sets. I'm sure you know how much our splatters are in fashion these days. They make any project look more complete and it binds the elements together in a way. This step was not there actually in the steps given, but I really just wanted to make sure that everything looked like they were together rather than one solid image on a one solid background without any link between them. I also wanted a quote and not just a phrase to go with my project. So I'm gonna stamp thank and do some brush lettering to complete the sentiment. I'll leave you a link for a video where I show you the tips and tricks to stamp sentiments or images using acrylic colors. It reads, "There is always something to be thankful for." And that's so true. I am so thankful for these pretty stamps, for the fact that I won this stencil, for all the sale that happens in craft stores, and for the fact that you're watching this video. I am also thankful for this white jelly roll pen, which I am using to add some highlights. Step 8 is to add doodles. Now I doodle a lot, but they are either henna patterns or just some scribbly lines. Here I wanted to draw leaves, but I wasn't confident of drawing pretty leaves. So I'm just stamping the same, and then I will use an orange jelly roll pen. This pen works perfectly on a dark surface. Actually, on pretty much any surface. So the color stands out pretty well, And you can see how these leaves look like. I have doodled them. Let's call this for doodling. Finally, I'm adding some finishing touches. This is a black alcohol marker by Mungyo. It is a thick marker and is perfect for such outlining. It's, I would say, a cheaper alternative for big brush markers. I also use some brown. I hope you enjoyed the process of art journaling, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It motivates me to create more such videos. Thanks for watching.